In costing, we were studying the chapter cost of materials, and we were studying how to prepare the stores ledger under the different methods. So we already studied the FIFO and LIFO method. And next, the other two methods which are equally important are a simple average method and weighted average method. So before moving on to the next methods, there are some a bit complicated illustrations that I thought you should know how to do it. So let's do one last illustration. This is on the LIFO method. LIFO and FIFO are quite similar to each other, so it doesn't matter if it's FIFO or LIFO. If you can do FIFO, then you can do LIFO also, and vice versa. So this is the illustration. Blankshire Iron Steel Company Limited has given us information for the month of February, and we have to prepare stores ledger as per the LIFO method. Okay, so the opening stock was 80 units at 2 rupees per unit, and the closing stock was on 28th Feb was 75 units. Obviously they will not give us the amount because that is our work to find out. Okay, so while starting the sums, let's go through the sums once. Normal, received, issued, received, shortage, 20 units of shortage. So shortage means you can say uh, anything, any loss, normal loss or abnormal loss. So if the sums does not mention that the shortage or the loss is normal loss or abnormal loss, it's upon you to make the decision whether you want to treat the shortage or loss as normal or abnormal. So what do you think? How should we treat the loss, as normal loss or abnormal loss? See, as per the means, as per the requirements of the company, for example, if the loss is very little, then you can treat it as normal loss, or if the loss is very much, then you can treat it as abnormal loss. But for us, because we are students, because you are students, so what can you do? You can simply treat the loss as abnormal loss. Why? Because abnormal loss is much easier to treat. Abnormal loss is simply an issue, right? In normal loss, you have to do all sorts of method costing and all, but in abnormal loss it's just simple issue. So we are going to treat, there are two losses over here, 20 units and 15 units. We'll treat them as abnormal loss so that our work becomes easier. On 18th, what happens? Return to supplier, 10 units of the quantity received on 5 was returned. Means I on 5th Feb I made a receipt, means I purchased goods, and on 18th I returned those goods. So if I'm returning means I'm issuing, all right, so this will be recorded in the issue column. On 25th, what happens? Received replacement for supplier against return dated returns, it will be returns dated 18 to 17. So this return which we made on 18th, this means what happened? I told the supplier that this is not up to my expectation, the quality is not good, I want a replacement. So I returned on 18th and I got a replacement on 25th. So if I'm receiving, it's simply received. It's just receipt or issue. You have to decide, is it receipt or is it issue? This will be treated as an issue, this will be treated as normal receipt. Now at what price? The question arises, at what price? First of all, I haven't mentioned the number of units over here. Obviously if I'm returning 10 units, then I'll get 10 units back. And at what price? At this price, right? At the original price of the units in which it was purchased. Okay, nothing else, all normal things we have. So let's start the sums on Feb 1. So it's okay, I want to tell you one thing. Before starting the sums, it's better that you copy the question in your copy beforehand, because I'm not going to move the screen upward and downward again and again, because it wastes a lot of time. So I'm not going to scroll the screen anymore to see the question. So it's better that you copy the question in your copy and get along with me. Okay, so on 2017 Feb 1, the opening stock was 80 units at the rate of 2. Feb 1, 80 at 2 means 160. Now on Feb 5, what has happened? On Feb 5, a receipt was made, right, of 50 units. At what rate? At 1.5, means 75. Correct. So the balance is 80, 50. Rate is 2, 1.5. So the total is 160 and 75. Okay. Now on the next date, what is happening? On Feb 10, an issue was made of how many units? 30 units. So this is the FIFO method. So obviously, sorry, this is the LIFO method. So we'll issue goods from this stock, right? The stock which was purchased later. So 30 at what rate? At 1.5 equals to 45. So I'm left with 80 units of this goods, because this was not means from this type of stock we haven't issued anything. 20 units of this type, because we have issued from this 1.5, again 160, and here we will have 30. On the next date is Feb 15. On Feb 15, a purchase was made of 40 units at 1.75, which is equal to 70. So again balance 80, 20, 40. The rate of 80 is 2, 1.5 and 1.75. So this is equal to 160, this is equal to 30, and this is equal to 70. The next date is also Feb 15. On Feb 15, I think there was a shortage, right? So we'll treat the shortage as abnormal loss. So abnormal loss will be treated as normal issue, right? So there was a shortage of 20 units. So it will be treated as normal issue, right? So this is the LIFO method. So the loss that took place will take place at this rate, at 1.75, right? So the total comes to 35. Now we have 80 of this stock, 20 of this stock, and 20 from this stock, right? 2, 1.5, 1.75. So this becomes 160, this becomes 30, and this becomes 35. Correct. Now the next date is Feb 18. On Feb 18, what happened? We have returned some goods, to the supplier. So it's an issue. Goods are going away from me. I am returning the goods, means I am issuing the goods. So how many units? 10 unit. Now at what rate? At the rate in which those goods which have been returned are purchased, means at 1.5. So 15. Now when we write the balance, we have 70 units of this stock left. Okay, no, there was a mistake. Not 70 of this stock. 80 was the opening stock. This stock 20. From this stock only 10 will be left, because if you see carefully, on Feb 5 50 units were purchased. This was the stock 50, which became 20, and now when out of 20 10 have been returned, then only 10 will be left. 20. So at 2 rupees, at 1.5, at 1.75, 160, 15, and this will be 35. Correct. Now the next date is Feb 22. On Feb 22, issues were made. Feb 22, issues were made. How many units? 60 units. A total of 60 units were issued. Now this is the LIFO method, right? So 60. So first we'll issue 20 from here, 10 from here, and then the rest of the 30 from here. Okay, so 20, 10, and 30. The rate of 20 is 1.75, the rate of 10 is 1.5, and the rate of 30 is 2. So 35, 15, and 60. The total will be 110. correct? Okay, now let's see how much stock we have left. From from 80 units, acha, this one and this one is finished, exhausted, sold. The only stock which is left is 80 units at the rate of 2 rupees, right? And from this 80 units, 30 units have been issued, so only 50 was left from here. 50 at what rate? At the rate of 2 rupees, means 100. Okay, this was Feb 22. This was a bit tricky, and this one is also very tricky because you have to reduce it from this one, from this stock, not from the opening stock. Okay, so the next date is Feb 25, and on Feb 25 receipts were made. Feb 25, how much? 10 units. Okay, sorry, not receipts but the replacement of the goods which we had returned at the rate of 1.5. Okay, we have received the replacement. So now we have 50 and 10 units at the rate of 2 at the rate of 1.5. Okay, 100, 115 total stock we have, 115. On Feb 26, what happens? 15 units were issued, right? 15 on Feb 26, sorry, on Feb 26, not issued but wastage. But a wastage of how many units? Of 15 units had occurred on Feb 26. So we are going to treat all the wastage and losses as abnormal, so they will be treated as normal loss. Okay, so 15 units, right? So 10 units from this stock and 5 units from this stock equals to 15. So 10 units and 5 units. 10 units, the rate of 10 units will be 1.5, and the rate of 5 units will be 2 rupees, because this 5 units is being issued from this one, correct? So 15 and 10, the total will be 25. So now the only stock which we have left is this one again. Only 45 units of stock we have left at the rate of 2 rupees, which is equal to 90. Last two dates, on what happens on last two dates? Issues were made, right? Okay, so on Feb 27, what happened? On Feb 27, receipts were made of 25 units at 3 rupees, means 75. So the balance is 45 units and 25 units at 2 rupees, at 3 rupees, 90 and 75. Okay, now time to record the closing stock, Feb 28, correct? So the we already know that the number of units of closing stock is 75, right? But as per our stores ledger, the stores ledger which we have made, the closing stock that should be with the company should be 45 plus 25, right? So now 75 units, but as per our stores ledger, the number of units that should have been with us should be 70 units only. After Feb 27, we did not make any receipts or issues. However, on physical verification, it was found that 75 units of the total goods was left. So we will not argue with the sums, we will write 75 over here. Out of this 75, 45 will remain same. We will add 5 to this stock because this is LIFO method, so we will add 5 to this stock, 30. Okay, now if we are recording over here, then we will have to record over here also. Why? Because then the balance would not match, right? 45 plus 25 is equal to 70. 70 should have been the closing stock, but the sum says that the physical stock was 75 units. So in order to make this 75, we will have to record 5 units over here. At what rate? This is the LIFO method, so we'll record it at the rate of 350, correct? This is for 2 rupees and this is for 3 rupees. This becomes 90, this becomes 90, 180, 180 total. So in this part you can see a surplus, right? It is called a surplus. Okay, oh okay, let's not write over here because it will destroy the whole sums. So please copy this sums, quite a long sum, right? sums like this comes in your exam. Okay, so the last thing was confusing over here. According to our stores ledger, the closing stock should have been 70 units, but according to the sums it was 75 units. So we will not argue with the sums and we'll record the extra 5 units over here. Suppose if the closing stock was 65 units, right? If the sum said that the closing stock is 65 units, then what we'll do? Then we'll reduce 5 from here, this will become 20, and we'll record it on the issue side. How many units? 5 units. At what rate? At the rate of 3 rupees, because this is the LIFO method. So in the next class we'll hopefully start with simple average method. And if you have any query in this sums, then email me at you know where.